Hi, my name is Irina. Welcome to my studio and my Monday share. Oh my God. You know how I was doing watercolors the whole time? Now then slowly I would do some embroidery on paper and I can't find this thing. I know it was here. Look at this mess. You know, I can't clean up. I started one and I don't know where I put it. I started one embroidery on paper flower. I started one flower, but this flower disappeared. It disappeared in all of my whatever I'm doing. Oh, I found it. Look. So this is how my week started. I started doing this. And then I discovered, I don't know what I was looking for, but I went into my miscellaneous drawer and I found this. And I bought it many years ago because I saw an idea for a dream catcher made with this. You know, you just put something on here and then it looked so good. And I really, really wanted to make that, but then I didn't. But then, you know, whatever. I didn't. So, I think I showed you this last time. Didn't I show you this last time? I don't know. I'm sorry if I'm showing you this twice. So I started out with this butterfly. This was my very first thing that I did on Michelle's old button shirt. I made a butterfly and I learned the French knot, which I fell in love with. And I'm like, yay, that's the best, that's the prettiest. And then I went down the rabbit hole on YouTube. Okay, now let me show you a couple things that I made. I started out, I learned that you can make leaves. So, oh, by the way, I also learned that you use, and those are my favorite pens, by the way. The friction, the ones that you can write with, and then you just erase it. Or you put something warm on top. So, through warmth, this goes away. Like, you write. Sorry, it's going to be a little loud. And then you use your heat gun. Bloop. It goes away. Okay? Something warm. That's all you need. And I also learned that if you have something written in your calendar and then you sit down and you put your coffee cup on your calendar, it's going to be erased as well. But I still love those pens. Those are my most favorite pens because I'm a person who I love notebooks and I don't want to destroy them. So if I write in a notebook with a real pen, I cannot change this anymore. But if I write with this one, I can always erase it and I can always start new. I don't know, that's just my problem. So, however, I thought I learned how to embroider leaves. Didn't really. But it looks like leaves, and those I drew myself, you know, because it's easy. And then I just wanted a little bit of cross-stitching here and there. And I was like, that's perfect. That can go into my journal. And it will definitely go into my journal. No, don't say definitely. In one of my journals one day, for sure. That much I can tell you. Okay. I was like, that's cool. That's cool. So let's move on. French knot, my favorite. So I did this embroidery. And I did it, both of them, I did together. Where did I put the other one? Because I had like a piece here of fabric, right? Like this. And both of them I did together on one piece of fabric. And then I ripped it apart. And when I ripped it apart, of course, there was like space left. But first of all, French knots. Michelle fell in love with them too. I showed her and she was like, ooh, that feels good. Like, yeah. And then here was an empty spot. So I was like, you know what? Why don't you take, I have, in my store, I sell snippets, and then on the snippets there are pictures that are sewn on my sewing machine, and the thread ran out right here. So it had holes. Of course, I cannot use it anymore for my Etsy store, but I thought it would be perfect. It's like ripped and it has holes and everything. So I just put it on here. I put 2 beads on the ends and I'm in love. You know, you can just stick it somewhere in your journal. How beautiful. Or you stick it on a piece of paper like this and then make it a pocket. How beautiful. And if you don't stick it anywhere and you just have it, how beautiful. You know, I love it. I want to use it. So once I was done with that, I was like still watching YouTube, and I made this flower. I folded up so you don't see for now, but I made this flower, and I loved it so much. Look how it turned out. So much better than anything else I made before, in my opinion, at least. This flower is, by the way, the same stamp like where is it? I know I did one, but I don't know where it is anymore. I did one on my on a piece of paper, but I think I put it somewhere to use in my store. In my book of ideas. But this is the stamp, you see? So I barely stamped it on there, and I kind of went around it. But then my fabric was that long. And I'm like, what do? Do I just make something small here and here and I rip it off? But nuh-uh, because I learned another stitch. I forget what it's called. Woven something? I don't know. But if you do that, it kind of looks like flowers, doesn't it? And this one is so easy. You just basically go up and down. You make your 5 stitches, and then you go up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down until you get flowers. So I have flowers now. And I love it. You know what? Going into my room and doing that, having anxiety, I have learned that this calms me down so much, because all I do is think up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, needle in, needle out, needle in, needle out. Don't stick the needle in your finger. You know, that's all I'm doing. My brain goes completely quiet except for up and down, up and down, up and down, needle in, needle out, needle in and needle out. Nothing else. How amazing is that? It doesn't last for too long. If I sit here for too long, I will start thinking different other things. But at least 15 minutes of not having all of this drama in my own brain. Oh my God, so good. So I get up, I think I told you this, I get up in the morning, I go for a smoke, I come right straight to my room. I don't do anything, no washing my face, no eating breakfast, nothing, okay? I go for a smoke. If the day comes where I don't go for a smoke and go to my room, then something's wrong with me. Then this has overtaken everything, okay? However, isn't it beautiful? It's beautiful, right? Okay, moving on, because we're not done. Same YouTube. I learned that you can make 3D flowers. I'm like, what the hell? You can make 3D flowers? But yes, you can. Look at this. It's not perfect because it's my very first one, right? But look at this. It's 3D. And French knot in the middle, which I love. And that was a pain in the butt, though, because it was my first time, right? But I did it. And then I just had I had to rip it in the way because I only have this small hoop. Do you call it a hoop? I think so. And then when I make flowers, I make a few of them. And then when I rip, they end up kind of, I probably made a flower here or whatever. And then I end up with the flowers being somewhere. So this was in the corner and I was like, there's a lot of spot left. So I took a picture and eyelash trim, which I had for years and years, and I coffee dyed a while ago. It was white, glittery white. So I coffee dyed it a long time ago. And I have that much. The no-buy challenge is a good thing because I start taking out stuff that I haven't used in years. Just because I want to do something new, maybe. I don't know. But look at this. I am embroidered, or I have sewn the picture from one side, and I had the thread left over, and I put it like through the stitches here, and I put a butterfly on there, and then I put the thread on the other side, and I knotted it. Okay, so the butterfly stays in place, and then I glued the picture here, and I put some eyelash trim on here, and now I have a masterpiece. At least, in my opinion, I have a masterpiece. So, that is my embroidery, what would you call it? embroidery journey. I don't know if I'm going to finish this one. I'm just going to put it back. And then we will see, right? Well, I was not done. I went on, I didn't go back. I was still on YouTube. I watched it all at once, and then I was doing it here. So I learned that, oh my God, you can embroider with ribbons. And if you don't know anything about me, I have 2 iris boxes full of ribbons that I almost never use. Almost never, because now I'm junk journaling, and a lot of them Michelle got for me, and they are just these cheapy ones. And these are the perfect ones. I had a little leftover green on here somewhere, but it doesn't matter. They are perfect. Embroidery with ribbons. If you are anything like me, you will be going like, what? Right now? Really? You can do that? Heck yeah. You can do that. Look at this. This was my little tiny... So I made a booklet, by the way. I was busy this week, guys. I sat in my room forever. Couldn't be more perfect, because it couldn't. Couldn't be more perfect. I love that this rusty piece that I made myself is on here. And then I embroidered lavender. I used a different stitch right here. And then you can just basically, this is the first step, that you can sew with your ribbon. Now I didn't pay attention. Ha! Now I have to fold this part up. I will, because now I can, hold on, we can fix this. We just fold this part up so it can go back and forth. Haha. Okay, whatever. Now here, of course you can see stuff, but first I thought, oh, you have to put something on there. No, you don't, because you embroidered and everybody knows it, and you will have to be able to see. Now I'm thinking about this thing, and it kind of bugs me, because I need to probably rip it off and put something else on there, or I need to leave my perfectionism out there somewhere, and accept that this is gonna go like this when you want to write in that. And then when you go back, it's just going to be going back. It's nothing too bad. But that's a booklet, okay? So that was the first step, that you can actually use a needle and ribbon together. And then the last piece I'm going to show you, that was the one where I'm like, ha! Look at this. You ready? I mean, I was not ready. But ribbon. You can do the same thing. Where is it? This is the same stitch like this, okay? And you can make a ribbon flower. Oh my God, I don't know what to do anymore. My brain is just cooking. Look what I have here. All of those needles with all of those different color threads. And by the way, while I was doing all of that, my threads came like this, right? So the ones that I used, I actually started an organization for them. Remember the boxes Michelle gave us for Christmas? So I started putting them. Here's my prototype. And I sell guest checks in my store. And then the backing is always this, and I have collected it. So I started the prototype that fits exactly in there. It's very thick, or thick enough. And now I was actually doing this. So a lot of work this week. A lot of work. I don't know what I'm going to show you next week, because there was a lot of work this week. I'm kind of a little tired, and I need to clean up. But flower, okay? It's a pink rose, and oh my God. Remember the little needles I showed you when I was cleaning up, and I said I don't know what to do with them? I actually rusted them. Oh, when I open it, I can smell it. My finish. I sprayed them in the hopes that, the rust will not stain too much on my fingers. It's still, if you rub it, it might come off, but, So I put one of them in here. I thought it was perfect. And then I put forever, and then I put eyelash trim all around it. The back is a mess, but who cares? I'm going to glue it somewhere. Isn't it amazing? In my opinion, I'm just, oh my God. You know, what is going on here? You can make all of this. Did I show you this? I also rested paper clips. I sat there and basically, do I have a paper clip here that is still like that? Yeah. So paper clips. Oh, good Lord. No. I can show you. Hold on. Get away here. Paper clips have plastic on them. Even the ones that are silver, there is a coating on them. On all of them, there is a plastic coating, which I did not know. So I tried to just rust them like that, but it did not work. So I sat there and paperclip by paperclip, I cut off the coating. It took forever, you know. And then I rusted my paper clips. Now I have rusty paper clips. I have rusty paper clips. I have rusty, what are they called? Prong fasteners. I have rusty needles. I'm trying to rust a tuna fish can right now. My husband told me it's not gonna work because, you know, there is food in there. It's probably made of a material that doesn't rust. And I said, it's okay. I'm still gonna try. If it doesn't rust, it doesn't rust. But I'm still gonna try. So I'm trying. Who knows? Maybe if I leave it there for forever or long enough, it's gonna start to rust. But yeah, that's it. That is what I made this week. And I think it's a lot if you imagine that also this week I was filming a video every day, you know, and uploading a video and whatever, having to cook and having my household and stuff like that. I think I have done a lot. And I have made a lot of long videos, right? So look at this. I'm just amazed. I'm amazed of what you can do with a needle and some ribbon or some thread. It's excuse me. And a little imagination, right? Just a little imagination, and you can get all of this stuff, and it's so pretty. And I don't know what to do with that, but I don't care because it served its purpose. It's gonna go somewhere in journals, right? But it served its purpose. You can hear it, right? I was excited the whole video, and I think when I go to my therapist and I talk about my art or whatever I create, I'm just glowing. And then we talk about the heavy stuff and I'm just crying, right? But this is the thing that makes me feel good. I heard a therapist on TikTok say the opposite of depression is creativity. And it just blew my mind. And I'm like, that's so true. You know, creativity, depression. When you are being creative, your brain does not have the capacity or space to feel depression or be depressed. So while I create, I'm, you know, for this little tiny amount of time, I'm like, I'm good. Okay. Or did she, hold on. Or did she say the opposite of anxiety is creativity? Could be that it's anxiety and creativity. But it doesn't matter. I have both. And both of those things disappear for the time being while I create something. So try it out. Try it out like every morning or whenever you come back from work or every afternoon or before you go to sleep. Just 10 minutes. I'm telling you, I'm not sitting 10 minutes here. I'm sitting forever and ever and ever. Just to make these in a week, I sat here forever and ever and ever. It takes a while. It takes a while. But you're busy. You're good busy, you know? You're not that busy thinking about stuff you shouldn't be thinking about. Or I'm at least not thinking about stuff I shouldn't be thinking about. All right, that was a little longer of a video, but I had to show you all of my treasures here, right? And I still have a lot of ribbon to go, but I only have one more box left of these. Does Dollar Tree still have these boxes? You know, I don't know. Because sometime in the future, I might need one. But I still have at least one. At least one. If I go to my closet, I will probably find more boxes in my closet. Because it's full of boxes. However, I hope you enjoyed it. You know, maybe you got an idea. Try it out. You don't have to buy like extra stuff. If you have a needle and some thread, which I did in the beginning, I just folded up the thread 4 or 5 times. The normal, your normal, usual thin thing, and then it would get thicker. So I would do it with that. Just try it out. Just try it out. You know, I'm in love, and I hope you will be too. I hope you guys are all healthy and happy and having a great day, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.